Well, this is...
People on Reddit are weird. I gotta put it out there. Reddit people, what is going on with y'all? What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video, and today, this is sort of our foray more into learning F1 drivers, and I think for me, this might be the final nail in the coffin for us to picking our favorite F1 driver. I've actually taken time to get to learn the F1 drivers, and I mean learn obviously the teams, learn their history, learn just the sort of driving spectrum that involves F1. I mean there are 110% still drivers I don't know, or still teams I don't know, or even race results that I do not know. But I think we're picking our favorite driver, and it's going to be Lando Norris, and unfortunately McLaren. Thing is, I mean, just from watching the first 3 episodes of Drive to Survive, season 1, I don't like the McLaren owner, the American McLaren owner, which is rough to say, because everyone else who likes McLaren loves him. He just comes off as douchey, but at the same time, the guy who doesn't come off as douchey is Lando Norris, and honestly, he's entertaining. He's my age, so I think that's kind of where the relation comes to, and plus, from Great Britain. So I think we are finally picking Lando Norris as our favorite. I love him and Daniel Ricciardo driving for McLaren. Plus he actually does get results. So we're gonna pick Lando Norris, and we're gonna take a look at his Formula 1 AMA. I think it's like a subreddit thing where he's just gonna answer questions from Formula 1. Helps me get to learn him better, and helps me get to learn the sport better as we still continue to foray into the sport. I think it's gonna be really, really fun. And plus Lando is Lando, dude. The guy he's hilarious without ever even trying to be. And that's an F1 driver I can support. So, we're gonna get to the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and let's get into it. As well, guys, you can find the original video down in the description below.
Today is a very special day. Not only will I be answering your AMAs sent through on Reddit, but today is the day we launch the jet fuel collection. I got one of the teas on right now, but if you're watching this when the video's coming out, it's jet fuel time. So if you want to go get your hoodie, get your t-shirt,
hey, who's the hottie that was in that though?
Head over to the website.
It was Lando. Oh, sus, but not sus.
Let's get started. I'll be answering your questions, or I'll just be reading some of the things you said.
Reading some of the
questions.
Honestly, it's just more like a diamond in the mind of an F1 driver.
100 duck-sized Daniel Ricciardos, or 1 Daniel Ricciardo-sized duck. I mean, Daniel's ever so slightly taller than me, so that makes him almost 2 meters tall. See, I think Daniel's quite harmless. He just has some tattoos to make him look more aggressive than he is, but he's actually like a little teddy bear. Not that I've ever...
You're avoiding the question, sir. You're avoiding the question, and it's the right answer is 110%. A single duck that is the size of Daniel Ricciardo.
Hugged him, but
you gotta fight that duck.
A cute little teddy bear, you know. So I would say 100 duck-sized Danny Ricks.
Oh,
that will be easy. Next, Miasma. What's the best Paddock prank you've gotten away with? To be honest, there's not been many pranks in the last couple of years. Since COVID came around, it's been a little bit more boring. I mean, Carlos did quite a few things. Not always things that we can share publicly, because some things we probably shouldn't have done, and people still haven't even found out about. Theo, hello Lando. During the middle of the race,
you gave people a story to write about. Now you gave them a little F1 story to write, and I guarantee somebody will write that. That's the thing. If you guys ever do get a link to a story like that of figuring out Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz as pranks, let me read it, please. Send it to me.
Or pushing. Does your mind wander off and think of other things like what you'll be eating for dinner that night? Or are you fully concentrated 100% of the time? Both. Some tracks, like easier tracks, you'll be freaking like chilling, you know, just driving, boom boom. But you'll be with top off, which is like I Heart, Yuki Tsunoda or something. But some tracks like Jeddah, Jeddah not so long ago, that's the track where you just literally can't think of anything else bar the walls, which are coming at you every single corner. So it's a little bit mixed. Some tracks you can.
I loved it though. I loved the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix.
Concentration. Otherwise, you'll be in the wall and have a very, very large crash. Grote, Grote, _Speller. What are your thoughts on the smash hit? Let's Go Lando Pit Stop Boys. If you've not heard Let's Go Lando Pit Stop Boys, I'm sure you've heard of Super Max, Super Max, whatever that song. I'm sure you've heard of that. Well, very kindly, they made their own song for me. 234,088 views at this current time.
Oh wait, there's a legitimately song?
But that came out a few years ago. Mine only came out a few weeks ago. But it's my first proper song dedicated to me. And it's pretty catchy. My mind wanders off during the race sometimes and I start singing.
People actually made songs for the F1 drivers? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. I gotta say that.
Myself, which might seem a bit weird. Let's go Lando. Considering I'm Lando. But it was catchy. What is my favorite pre-race meal? This is from I Have No Idea 81. The thing is, I hate eating on race day. Like, I hate eating breakfast.
Get the nerves.
I hate eating lunch. And whenever I eat too close to the race, I feel like really, really sick. And I freaking hate it. I tend to, I would say like almost for the last, 3 years now of Formula 1, I've almost had exactly the same lunch for those last 3 years, before every race. I've only ever had like two mixtures. One's just been like a chicken wrap with a bit of rice and a bit of pineapple in there, just sweetened up a little bit. And then another one was like this chicken, rice, pineapple again, but no wrap, just I think literally they just forget the wraps and put it onto a plate. If the entire grid was put in equal go-karts, who would be on the podium? Assume no...
This is going to be a sick question. So essentially it's saying who actually is the best racer.
I think Yuki Tsunoda would win. Like, Yuki's a decent driver, he's a decent peddler. But he's also half the weight of everyone else on the grid.
So he's meaning like hard for
That's just a large advantage. If you could make the ultimate F1 driver out of 5 drivers combined, who would the 5 be?
Please, Yuki Tsunoda.
No heroics, F1. Oh, this is tough.
5
Yukis.
Yukis.
Present drivers, not past. I mean, I would still have to go with probably the obvious ones. But and if I take myself out of it, you'd have Lewis in there. You'd have Max. I'd have Fernando. A bit of Carlos. And a bit of Yuki. You know, Yuki loves a little radio scream. So just for pure entertainment, I put Yuki in there. Like, I miss Charles out. I feel bad.
I was gonna say, you left Charles Leclerc out of there.
I think you put them together, you'd have pretty much...
Bro, I love the fact he just threw it. Yuki loves a good radio scream. Like, do they actually... The funny thing is, they probably go back and watch like the Formula 1 YouTube videos, the same that we do, and just like hear the radio things of them just like yelling at their team.
Highlander, what is your guilty pleasure TV show, movie, or anything else you watch? This is from Why So Sad.
The Sidemen?
Right now, I'm into a bit of Peaky Blinders. I'm a bit late to the party here. Since this last season came out, everyone's raving about it. I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. Peaky Blinders is my go-to at the minute. What is Quadrant? Are you serious? Jeez, this guy's serious. Harry, get out. What is Quadrant? Well, Quadrant is my esports team organization. We have, and it's still early days, but we have a collection and an amazing group of streamers / content creators. We have our first proper esports team, which is the awesome squad in Halo, who have just qualified to go to one of the majors, one of the first big majors we're going to be competing in, or our first big major we'll be competing in. But it's basically like an organization of me, because I grew up in computers, sim racing and gaming and all of this, and it's still like I still love it, you know. I just wanted to keep that alive, you know, and be part of that, and also be part of.
So we made a team for it. That's actually
achieve these kind of things. I think that's pretty cool. What I think is the ideal number.
That actually is pretty sick. I'm pretty sure this is what this is on. If I'm not mistaken, like it's not. This isn't LANDO NORRIS YouTube channel. This is Quadrant. So that's pretty sick. But it's actually so he just helping give gamers a platform, giving pretty much everything that they need. That is so sick. Go on, Lando.
Of races for a season from Alicia Heine. 20. 18 to 20. Sometimes it was actually nice to have like 2 weekends off in a row, because like the first one is like, now we only have a maximum of basically 1 weekend off, and that 1 weekend off, like, you have a bit of time to chill from the previous race, but then by the time you've chilled, you're like already preparing for the next race. Whereas when you had 2 weekends off, you could chill. Then you could chill even more, and you're like fully chilled. You take your mind off racing.
I think all he wants is just the chill time. So he's saying 18 to 20 races, more gaps in between the races, and sort of just spread them out more. Which I don't hate. I mean, as an aspiring F1 fan, we're getting there slowly. 1 week I think is good for us, mainly because it keeps the content rolling. But at the same time, I can understand maybe how the drivers want a little bit more buffer time on it. It would give teams more time to work on the cars as well.
1 week's not enough. Lando, if you won the championship, would you get your number shaved into the side of your head? No, I don't think anyone on the whole grid would do that. Toffee wheels. Playing on your Belgian Somerset routes, a few key questions for you. West Country cider or Belgian beer? Thing is, I don't like alcohol, and I hate alcohol. So I have to say none, because they're both horrible. Waffles or pasties? Now that's an obvious one. It's waffles, way better than pasties. And then chocolate or cream teas, and I'm gonna have to go with, I mean, like chocolate. Look at Belgian chocolate. Nothing comes close to Belgian chocolate.
Ooh.
All right. What's the maximum amount of toddlers you think you could beat in a fight before you were swarmed and ultimately killed? Well, this is...
People on Reddit are weird. I gotta put it out there. Reddit people, what is going on with y'all? What is it going on? What is going on? 'Cause this is the oddest question I've probably ever heard. But you know what?
Something I think about
we'll let it happen.
Because I always think about fighting toddlers.
Exactly.
Mainly because they're probably the only people I can beat. So I do think about it quite a bit. I've gone up to around, I think I would say close to 50. Think about it. That's like a lot of kicking and punching. I also see myself getting ultimately killed by toddlers one day. So just hope that it never happens, to be honest. Have I tried Fortnite since they removed building? No, and I never will. What's your favorite video game excluding any racing game? At the minute, Tarkov or Halo.
Ooh.
Halo and Tarkov are definitely up there right now. Tarkov I've played for years. Halo I've only got into probably since like last year. Hey, it's Panos. Do you fart? Sometimes. Just blame it on other people. My girlfriend has a thing for science. What can I do to make her stop thinking about him? Imagine him with short hair. It's horrible. Just imagine Carlos with short hair. It just doesn't work. So yeah, tell her to imagine him like with a little bowl cut or skin fade or something. What
Jesus,
hair product
that's
do
also
you
odd
use?
questions.
Because it's fantastic. Is that weird? Nah, I need to know. So I don't use any waxes or paste or gel. Like that's just really bad for my hair. The only thing I do use is Moroccan. Like this hair oil. It's like a turquoisey orange thing, pot, spray, whatever, oil. But this, perfect stuff. So now hopefully they see this and can send me a load of free bottles. Final one. Do I miss Kimmy? What a sad way to end. I never spoke to Kimmy.
Really?
In what, 3 years of racing in Formula 1? I don't think I ever said a word to him apart from, right? You know when you walk past your mate or just someone you know but you don't really know. Just like, right?
That's disappointing. That's what I mean. He doesn't like alcohol, so I mean, I can see why he probably just avoided Kimmy.
I miss his interviews and that side. But apart from that, no. You know, there's plenty of other cool people in the world, and we have an exciting grid. And yeah, so in a half away, yes. In a half away, no. But that's it. That's all. I mean, there's a lot more questions, but I just don't have any time. I need to go play Tarkov. Before we go, I guess final shout out to Quadrant. T-shirts, hoodies. I don't know where there's a link. There might be a link.
I might throw a link in mine. I was gonna say I might have to throw a link in my video for that because those do look really tight. A, and then B, I love that we literally did the Kimmy funniest moments video yesterday, and then this sort of comes up in Lando's video, because obviously, like you said, he didn't really know Kimmy, so he couldn't really talk to him or have any good memories of him. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought about the Lando Norris AMA. Sort of just getting to know F1 drivers a bit more. Everyone during the pandemic said that there was like a core 4 of them that gamed together, and I wish I would have been around in F1 to see it, because it would have been sick to like watch their streams. But let me know what you guys think. What other drivers should we take a look at in like a more laid back sense, or maybe like a ask questions type sense? But Lando's my guy. Lando is my guy. He's such a hero. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.